Okay, according to OBS, the stream is back. Okay. Let's see if it lasts. Sorry about that. My internet's been doing that for a while. I need to figure out what's causing that. I've checked pretty much everything that I can check to stop it. I might have to just switch to another provider. Okay, so we have our compass. You'll see it points to spawn, and spawn is you see that dirt pillar over there, right there. That's spawn. So it's pointing right there. So you'll see if we go around it, it'll point in that direction. So we can always just come there. We can see our house from there. So I went this direction. This is west, and there's a continent there. Oh, there's a little fish here. So I came to this continent early on because I needed wool to make a bed or something. So I came this way. So I have briefly explored it, but I didn't see anything significant, no villages or anything like that. So if you look at the compass, you see spawn is directly behind us. So I'm kind of trying to keep it directly west route. Oh, there's a swamp. Oh yes, I remember there's a big swamp here. I remember coming around this hill on my way back. Oops. Did I get the lily pad? No. With AFK fishing you can kind of get lily pads, so they're not so important. Chickens. I think we have some eggs, so we can probably make a chicken farm if we need to. Okay, let's just get off here and sleep. Here's a bunch of cows. What I'm really looking for is any of the stuff that I'm missing. So like I have 1 carrot, so I can technically plant carrots. Sorry, that's my cat wanting to come into the office. Oh, did I get changed directions now? So this is west. I take my boat with me in case we hit another. I like to first go in the cardinal directions and just see what's there. So I want to kind of like generally head west and see if I get any interesting biomes. Anything that I need. Alright, let me just fix the okay. So I'm just going to switch the music to instrumental so that I don't have a whole bunch of words in my ears when I'm trying to speak the words out of my mouth. It's kind of weird how this is obviously blending the biomes, and this is probably river or something. So it's kind of, this is swamp, and this is swamp. So why is there blending here? What makes this swamp a different color? I'm sure it has something to do with the biome blend setting. I'm just not sure how it decides. See, so now that we have Depth Strider, this is much better. That would be quite annoying to go over without it. Okay, I don't want to go too far around this. Wait, did I completely turn around now? This is the start of the... I somehow turned right and then turned right again. That is obnoxious. That's not how you're supposed to do it. I'm Minecrafting wrong. If the compass needle points to where you came from, don't follow the compass needle until you want to go home. Pro tip. Okay, so now we're on the other side of the swamp, so now we'll see what actually comes next. Looks like a big forest. There's birch forest. I'm actually going to head towards the birch forest because I don't have any birch trees yet. I have oak, dark oak, and spruce. I don't really like birch much. And I'm gonna get it to have it. Where's this fortune? I'm gonna need, I think, like 4 saplings. Is that 4? There we go. I'm actually going to use the full pickaxe because I can merge them as well. Okay. Moving away from the needle. So I'm just trying to think. Oh, that's pretty tall. That's quite tall. If that is quite tall, let's do this. Nope. I didn't have a, well, I guess I did have a shovel before, but oh, there's lots of gravel here if we need it. So this is a very big swamp. I haven't seen a witch hut yet. I don't know that we technically need a witch hut since we have a regular mob spawner. We'll get the, oh, there's a witch hut. So it's basically straight, just a little bit north of west. But there's probably one closer. I don't know that I'll make a witch farm. I don't foresee building anything that's going to need too much redstone in this world. At least not before we get the advancements done. Iron I'll definitely need plenty of. I can see myself making an iron farm. And then a gold farm. And I believe a gold farm requires quite a bit of iron for all the anvils and hoppers. Now I'm just grabbing one stack of that so that I can make snowman if I need to, and then I've got infinite snow, so I don't have to come back here if I don't want to. So we're basically just trying to check everything off the list, right? We're looking for villages, but we're also grabbing anything that we see that we don't have yet. So this is oak trees. And so a trick to know, I'm trying to go due west from spawn. Oh, I didn't grab the fish. I should have grabbed the fish. This means there's either a witch hut or a village nearby, or is it it's just a random spawn? Don't they normally? Oh yeah, that's from the witch hut. Okay. So sorry, like what I was saying is, if you look in one of the 4 cardinal directions directly, so you'll see I'm looking basically straight west, and you can see the needle's pointing straight back. If I turn a little bit, it points back. So if I'm looking straight and the needle's straight, it means I'm not on the block with spawn, but I'm really close to dead west from spawn. Like you see now, I'm kind of looking. As soon as I look, I'm not in the middle of the block. It angles off. Now if I was looking straight and the needle was pointing like that, it would mean that I've actually moved rows up like this. You see, if I go, the further I go right, if I'm looking in the same direction, the further the needle will point. So all I do is I keep going back until the needle is straight. And then I'm more or less in line with spawn again. So, oh, that's something we didn't take shears. We actually need this. Like I'll have to make another trip at some point to get some more things. There's a couple of things that you can collect with shears that I'm not going to get now. So like if we find vines, or if we find rose bushes, or those lilac things. What's that? Peonies. I think peonies is the one that you get. We won't be able to grab those. And that's just for us to have renewable dyes. There's the peonies. Is the sun gonna set? Dolphins. I'm not sure if I should keep on sailing. It looks like I want to see if there's oh, hi Nico. See, you managed to get on a little bit earlier today. I need to find like the coral, the other biomes. I am good. I'm having a little bit of problems with my internet again, but hopefully it'll just have that one quirk, and then that's it. yesterday it cut out 2 or 3 times early on, but then after that it stabilized. So hopefully it'll be done now. Okay, that's nice. We have a coral reef due west from spawn. So if we need, let me just go in there for it to count towards the biome advancement. I don't know if coral reefs don't count as a separate biome. It's just a specialist biome, warm ocean. But now we've been in warm ocean, so that counts. It's not something that I desperately need early on, because eventually I'll have an elytra and rockets and I'll just fly around. You go through so many biomes. So let's grab the boat. Pasta's awesome. I think I'm gonna have pasta tomorrow. I don't have respiration yet, so I have to be careful here. Just get full breath. I don't know where all these chests are. I'm new to the whole update aquatic thing. Most people know exactly where it is. There's definitely more than... There's the other one in... There should be some below, but... I don't know if you're supposed to break through here. There's that room. Ah, but the rest of it's missing. So does that mean there's just the one? Yeah, there's definitely just the one, I think. What makes that sound? Oh, it's the pufferfish. Let's see if we're still on track. We went a little bit right. I don't know if I want to go over just like vast open ocean. I think at that point it's probably not worth it anymore. If I find a shipwreck with a treasure map, I'm... getting stuck on the coral. There's plenty of sea pickles, but I can't remember if do you need shears to pick them up? Like that, and like that, and like that, and suspicious stew. I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay. Where did that chest go? It floated up, but then it kind of went into the block. There's no... Oh, it is there. I can see the chest there. Oh, come on. Ah, come on. I hate this. There you go. This shipwreck is quite low, so... Okay. There we go. Oh, you can get the sea pickles that way. There's another chest, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Oh, that's weird. My hunger just disappeared. Wow, that looked like a ship for a second. Looked like a massive ship with a sail. Tropical fish. Ooh, we can get the tactical fishing. Can we do it from our boat? Might as well get the achievement. Boom. Oh, we already got it. Okay. Never mind then. No, wait, we weren't going that way. We were going towards this island. I wanted to see what this is. That's not swamp, that's a dark forest. This looks like mountains, but it almost looks like amplified. Like, that's very strange. It's not even a rock pillar, it's just like floating water. It's like that, what's that cave that it exists somewhere in the Mediterranean that looks like an elephant? Where it's like the head and the... That's quite weird. That, I'm pretty sure, is not supposed to be like that. Because this warm ocean biome is huge. There's plenty of coral and stuff here if we need it. Bunch of kelp. Is this just a small island or? Yes. Okay, so I think west is pretty much a bust. We got one or two useful things, but we're really looking for, you know, villages or something that gives us supplies. So we're about 2,000 blocks out. We don't really have a nether portal or anything yet, so even if I found a village here, I'm probably not. Although, actually, now that I think about it, oh no, it's not fully ocean, because there's this big ocean, but then we hit land, and then there's ocean on the other side of the land. So we could possibly go around that island. I'm just thinking if we find a village and we want to bring the villager back, which is probably the next thing in terms of progression, is get a villager back so we can get mending. Ideally we want 2 villagers so we can make more, but that's probably it's going to require multiple trips, so we'll probably just take one to start with and then get mending. I think what I'm going to do is, since we've got the compass, I can see when I'm back on track. I can go around this island, and then when I just get to ocean on the other side, I can just head back to what is it, Z0 or X0, whichever one it is. This way we get to see this side of the island in case there's a village or something here. I would like to get a treasure map or something, but we don't really have much. I'm gonna drink the suspicious stew. Oh, you can't because of the hunger thing? That's weird. Usually you want to go look for plain, savanna or desert, because that's where... I mean, now there can be villages in tigers and stuff as well, but in those biomes you can see further, especially desert. It's much easier to find the villages because you can see further. And now with my luck this water isn't gonna connect. Of course it doesn't connect. I'm gonna try and go around, but I don't have much time, so just sleep. Wait, what? What happened to my bed? Did I not take it? Oh, that's very not good. If I left my bed somewhere, that means I'm gonna have to deal with ground. This is not gonna end well. What up, Enderman? I'm gonna stay away from the coast for now because I don't want to be shot at by skeletons. Oh, I want to check this out, but now this could get dangerous. Okay, we don't really have space for, actually, I don't want that, I don't know what it is. I'm actually gonna try to free as much space as I can. I need all the planks. Poisonous potato I don't necessarily need, but I'll get rid of it later. Jeez, full iron armor and it's enchanted. TNT is not that useful, but I don't want these. What else have we got? Yeah, let's get rid of that. Oh, we don't need 2 stacks of snowballs, 1 stack is enough. Okay, there might be more, so let's check. Oops. So this is the bottom. So we'll have to go through the sand to see what's actually going on here. Because the sand's actually generated inside there. Oops. So now the problem is that the chest generates in here, it's going to be like somewhere that's going to be covered in sand. Actually, no. Like that. And this is the one that we want. The actual treasure chest. So what don't I need much of? Bones I can easily get. Oh, there's Savannah. Oh, this is the one with the treasure map. Because I've already clicked it and it's taken forever to open. So there's paper. So we actually have a sugarcane farm, so I'm going to get rid of that. Feathers are more valuable than... We don't actually have potatoes, so that I have to take. I don't think we have pumpkins. We have 1 carrot, so technically I don't need that. I will take the... So like this shipwreck had 3... Was it 3 chests? I feel like they're supposed to have 3 chests. We need our boat as well. Is that a zombie villager? Oh, you see, I would have actually liked to capture him. But I probably wouldn't have made my way back here. Ooh. I see you trying to do that. Gunpowder we definitely don't need. So now we can pick up the... string is more useful than bones, actually. Yeah, let's take the string rather. There is a temple, and that's Savannah. Now, temple is tricky because if we get anything good, we won't really be able to take it. What is that? Is that a drowned? No, it's just fish. Gotcha. Here he comes. Oh, really? Is the drown coming for me or what? I hear you, baby drowned. Why do I have... guess I have rotten flesh. Husks don't burn in the sun, so you should be fine. The spider shouldn't be aggressive anymore. It's daytime. Okay. Mainly we want the skeletons to go away and then we can deal with the husks, creepers. want to walk into this cactus behind me. Oh, there's no cactus. Okay. Not sure if gunpowder might be worth taking, but I think we get it from our mob farm, so... Just make sure nobody sneaks up on me, and then... I found that sometimes there's creepers in here. Okay, nope, we seem to be fine. Wait, how am I picking that up? I shouldn't have. Okay. Knockback. If I have to leave something behind, coal we have plenty of. Okay. Actually, if I've got some TNT in my inventory, so I might as well I like to leave things the way I... No, give me the sandstone. Okay, multi-shot. It's not that important. Sand. Sure. I don't think I'm gonna need the horse armor. Iron string. Sand. Okay. Could take multi-shot instead of the birch logs, because we have the sapling, so we can always get more if we need. Oh, that wasn't... Yep. Okay, so now I want to get this treasure map. So we need to be going southwest, so I mean southeast. So it's that way. So the ship was over there. Keeping an eye out for anything interesting. Kind of going to the biome where I was interested in, the savannah. So that's water, so is this south? No, this is west. So it says there's a body of water just on the other side of this hill. Okay, I guess we'll find out. Oh, that's a spoopy cave. Now we're going to have the issue of what? Where did you come from? From the cave? How'd you make it all the way out of the cave without taking damage? Oh. Okay, I guess I don't have to take that tree, which is in the range of them. I can just grab one of these. So I should have a log somewhere that I don't need. There's an Enderman. Let's... Where? Oh, there he is. Now I really have to throw something out. Don't need the dirt and the cobblestone and the pole. So I don't know what the scale of this map is, but apparently we need to go south from here. So maybe we... Is this south? That's south. So we must be much further north than I thought. Okay, there's water. Oh, perfect, we found a village. So, what do we need to do here? We need to see if there's any villagers in their houses. We keep them safe. There's plenty of houses with tools in them. Okay, what do we got there? Is that that's a nitwit? What do we have here? Cartographer. They're gossiping. Ooh, I can take a new bed. Rotten flesh, I don't need you. Just keep him in here. Why is he sleeping? Is it nighttime? Let's just sleep so that this village doesn't cease to exist. So do I have any blocks that's not sand? Because this is actually gonna... There are some guys with professions here. Basically just need the nitwits. Yes, go inside. You don't have a profession. Okay, here. I'll help you in. I'll ring the bell. Oh, look! Danger! Danger! Go into your house. Ugh. They're so bad at going into their houses. That's supposed to make them... supposed to seek shelter. They're not doing it, they're just running around. When something really goes wrong here, none of you are gonna survive. I just want to lock some of them in so that I can come back for them. There isn't too much useful in this village, but the villagers. And you are a weaponsmith. That's nice. Will one of you please go into your house? Can't all be gossiping all day long. You're supposed to like refresh your trades. Cartographer. You are useful. Go in. He doesn't want to. Why are they so difficult? Oh. Almost left some emeralds here though. One of you needs to go into your house. I don't want to leave the village until I've got at least one non-nitwit safely trapped. One of them might not have a need to go into their house because there's no bed in there, but the rest should still be able to. You even have a golem defending you. Jeez, there's a lot of them. And none of them go inside. Oh, this place has 2 doors. It's interesting. I have to say the new villages are much better than they used to be, but there's definitely still some issues with it. Nope. He doesn't have a job, but he can have a job, so... Come on, don't make me have to wait for nighttime. Is that like the only time that they go into their houses? They should go, the time when they refresh, when they change professions and refresh their trades, they should also go to their stations. If I'm not mistaken. Come now, my inventory is full, I need to go back, but you Yes, go inside. No! Don't just close the door. Go inside. Yes, perfect. There's one. So that seems to be the trick. Open their doors and they will go and close it. But this door's open and nobody goes in to close it. Are you struggling to get there because the wall... There's a door on the wrong side for you. What's going on? This guy's in it, but I don't want him. Okay. If none of them will go into their houses, then they just won't be safe. So let's find the house that I blocked with the cartographer. And what we're going to do is do this. Press F3 and then press F2 so they have a screenshot of that. And that I can use later. So let me find my bearing again. West, north, south. That way. Up, starting to get onto the map. That's good. Back to desert. Okay, I'm going in the right direction. So it's just on the other side of this. This is going to be a cave, so let's not fall in there. Because that's not going to do what we want it to do. It's actually over here. There's another cave over there. So let's see, sometimes there's something with the generation that shows us where it is. More that way, I think. Sometimes you see like one block of gravel that's out of place, and then that's kind of an indicator that something's funny there. I'm not mistaken, it has to be in the top 3 layers. I don't think it can be where the stone is. So the heart of the sea is pretty important. I'd rather take that over the iron nugget because I don't have any. This isn't so important, but the gold... I guess I can get sea pickles again fairly easily, so... Prism crystal is also quite hard to get. So I would say... rather put that than the feathers. And then we break the chest so that other treasure maps don't also point there. And then we can sleep, and I think if we've got the treasure, there's no need to keep the map. And actually if I don't need the map, I might take the iron nuggets. And then we need the compass, and I'm gonna head back to get space because we have to cross this river again. We should have pretty much a full day to get back now, so it should be fine. We'll go over land. It's probably faster to take a boat, but seeing as we know that the water isn't necessarily completely connected, we won't necessarily be able to do it in a straight shot by boat. So that village that we had was on the other side of this river, so I don't think we'll be able to get a villager back by boat. Oh, there's another temple. Should actually be heading that way. So we're actually almost as far south as we were west. Now I'm just going around this. I have to look out for these little holes. Get the sand there. Aha! I was smart to check. Maybe another one. Can hear a Enderman or something. So let's do it this way. Let's see how am I going to do this. String, sand, sand, string, string. Oh, luckily that'll stack. Didn't really leave anything valuable behind. Oh, there's another village. Okay, this is a closer village. Wait. Where did I come from now? I was heading that way. So I came from there. So yeah, this is definitely closer. Oh, it looks bigger too. Oh, and they have nice colored beds. Oh, cactus we don't have. Hey, actually, we have wheat. We don't have cactus. I should have been taking that the whole time. We don't actually have a way to grow cactus yet. Yes, you're an armorer and you're gonna stay here. Farmer. These guys just don't have professions, but they're not nitwits. What are you? You're not a nitwit, but you just don't have a profession. Whoever I can trap inside gets trapped inside. Oh, there's a nice little tower, but there's nobody inside here, so... If anybody wants to go in there, I'm happy to trap you inside. Oh, he's in there. He can't get out there, but skeletons can get him. So we are going to give him a chance to get out. Okay. I don't need all of them to be inside, I just want there to be a few of them. That'll be safe no matter what. Oh, cactus, bread, wheat. Are you coming in here? If you want to go in there. I totally won't trap you inside. This is a separate house. And it just has a balcony. Like you can totally go in. Oh, now they're gossiping. Ugh. Smoker. Ooh. I really don't like that being there. What is this dude bro doing up here? Why are all of you hanging out up here? Is this like where the naughty kids hang out? Okay, so how many did I trap in houses? Is this? Oh, this is a different part of the village, just the same design. Let's see if there's cartographer. Oh, with a back door. Okay, it's hard to trap them in there. There's a tower. There's so many of them, but they're not. None of them are going into their houses. Yeah, it's before sunset, so now you're all coming to gossip. Farmer. Is that a composter? How far away am I? 800 and 600. It's not too bad. It's like 1,000 blocks. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to remove your window because your window is not safe. Are you not going to bed? I really need you guys to make yourself safe. Skeletons are coming. Man, their AI is broken. You're supposed to be inside. Yes, okay. Stay inside. Don't tell me you have specific places where you want to go and you can't go there. It's nighttime. Your house is open. Okay. The rest of them don't want to go in. I'm giving up hope on them. Okay, so I'm going to just snapshot this as well. Because so far this is the closest village. It's going to be hell to try and get any villagers out of here with a boat though. But we'll see what it looks like. Oh, I don't have any raw fish. Okay, so there's water right there. So if that water is connected to our base, it might work. All we have to do is take them from here around here. Should be drops into the water. And that'll be perfect. So let's try it. Let's see if we try and go this way. We can make it back to our base. If this little river connects out. So this is a little cove here. Does it open up? Looks like it. So then there's the forest that we went through. We went north of that, I think. So we'll definitely have to go south and then west. But it could be doable. If there's a little gap in here. It looks promising so far. Okay, so there's a little inlet here, and this is okay. So there's the ice, which means, oh, is that our ice or not? we can see ice from our base, but oh, it's maybe not that one. That's not our ice. I think that's our ice. Yes, that's our ice. Okay, so you see the two bits and we go between there. Okay, I'll try to remember that. So I'm pretty sure it's just under here. You can see where the kelp has grown to the surface is where we've had the chunks loaded the whole time. So you can see that's where we are. So we went that way. That's good to know. So it's not that hard to find, and it is connected to the body of water, which means boats will actually work. And if we can get a boat without having to use pistons and stuff, I think that's probably going to be the way to go. There's no way we're going to get anybody here with minecarts over all this water. And the nether could work, but I mean, we haven't seen the nether yet, so we don't know what it looks like. It might not be... until we have a proper setup where we've explored the nether and had passages dug and so on, that's definitely not going to be the preferred way to move people around. So let's make space for all these things. Okay. What else has its own spot? Sand has its own spot. I'm going to put all the vegetation up here for now, all the carrots, pumpkins. Yeah, we had one pumpkin, so we didn't technically need to take that. Saplings have their own spot. The cactus is also going to go there for now. And then here in the crafted stuff, we're going to put chests. Actually, I'm just going to put the chests out there. String can go here. TNT can go here. For now, the spare bed can go there. Oh, the potatoes, we can actually make potatoes now as well. That was new. I'm also going to put the golden apple, heart of the sea, and the prismarine crystals there. And we'll have to figure out... Ender pearls is going to go in. This is kind of a mob drop chest, even though it's not really. But definitely the mob drops that are here are in here. So I guess string is technically a mob drop too. And wool. Let's put the rest of the crafted stuff there. Oh, I thought it was night time already. This is kind of nature related, so I'm going to put that there. We didn't use any torches. Oh, the other thing we don't need on us right now is the boat. And can put that there. Now we can I haven't figured out exactly what's going to go in every chest, so for now I'm going to just place the ones I have. Actually, 2, 3. So these 3 are, I know what they're for. So this is for the other 3 types of wood that I didn't have before. So that'll be birch and acacia, and what's the one last one that I don't have? spruce, oak, dark oak, spruce, birch, acacia, and jungle. Okay, we haven't found a jungle yet, so that's why we don't have that. And yeah, I'm not going to do it this stream, but I might have to replace all of these, just go double chests all the way. I'll do that at the beginning of a stream or at the end of a stream. Nothing else here needs to go in there, I don't think. We can leave the compass for now. And oh, we didn't. We actually took our bed and left it, so now we have an orange bed instead of a black bed. Okay, just give me a second. I'm gonna go for a quick bathroom break. It's 11 o'clock, so there's still about an hour and 15 minutes left of the stream. So I'm just gonna go to the bathroom quick. I'll be 2 minutes, and then we'll carry on. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out. Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. So I'll be right back. Just give me a second. Oh, thanks for sticking around. Done with that now. Probably won't need another break for the rest of the stream, so it should be good. Let me just change my panel again so I can see events. There we go. Okay. So we found the village, we know where it is, we know we can get a villager back by boat. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet, because once we put the villager in here without a roof, that's going to give us a bit of a problem, because lightning could hit them, things could spawn at night. So probably I think that wise plan now would be, we can do one of two things. We can either finish building this and then try and bring him here, which probably long term would be a better solution, because once we've brought 2 of them here we can make more. Or what we can do in the meantime is we can go to the village and set him up over there, turn him into mending villager, and then we can go. Then we just have to go there every time we need mending. The only problem I have with that'll work if we only need like 1 or 2, but his mending trades are going to be quite expensive to start off with. I'm just worried that we won't have the emeralds, so then we have to take all our supplies there and to trade with them, and that might be a bit of an issue. So I think probably the better plan is to bring him here, and I think what that means is we need to finish building this. Let me just have a look at the outside, because I think this plan that I had isn't gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to scrap this idea with the wood and then just go for like something simpler, like smooth stone or something. Get it 3 high and then do a roof. And I think, let's see how long is, we have just over an hour. Don't know if we'll finish it, but we should be able to make decent progress with that. So let's try that. Oh, I think the question is going to be, do we have smooth stone? Do we have enough? We have bricks. We can make some more. Let's make 4 stacks of blocks. Should have furnaces here, so we won't get. There's the iron from before. Let's. Oh, iron goes here. Because I also want to finish the outside so that I can tear this old little shack design thing that I had going on down. So let's just get rid of these stairs. And I think what we're going to have to do is, I like the inside to be at least 3 blocks high. Preferably 4, but what I might do is put some top slabs in the 4th block, so it ends up being 3.5 tall. And I think that'll be spacious enough. Main reason for the space is if we have chests or something. What I might do is, I put this here because this was a nice long stretch, but what I might do is only go 3 high here. And then if I carry on with the chests further on, I might go the same length and then have 4 high. So this side might be a little bit higher. And I think that should give us plenty of space. I can put the bricks. Where did I have the bricks? Over here. I think these spots that are... I don't think they show from outside, but they show from on the inside. Oh no, they do show from outside. Why didn't I do them before? I don't know. So we want to do 2 high stone bricks from the floor, and then everything above that will be different. I'm actually thinking now, smooth stone. Let me test something. Let's use this one to test. Smooth stone to smooth stone slabs. Trying to think. So let's just see. Let's just make 8 there quickly. I'm pretty sure they changed this. The old texture we would have if you put 2 smooth stone slabs on top of each other was like looked like bricks, but 2 flat layers with the edge. It looked a bit more squared, slightly more organized than the regular one. I don't think it does that anymore. I think now when you put the 2 slabs together, oh no, it still does it. Okay, perfect. I like that look. It goes well with this. So that means that's going to work. We've got the stone cutter here, but I mean, you get the same efficiency making slabs. You don't get the same efficiency with stairs. It would be nice if we could turn slabs back, but with smooth stone I'll probably end up using slabs more than any of the other ones. So now I'm just trying to do some rough arithmetic to see how many of this we're going to need. We might not have enough, but we'll see what we get. Oops. Why did that decide to do? Let me just see what the smooth stone looks like on its own. It's not too bad actually. What I might do is use these for the bottom layer, and here where it's going to go taller on this bottom section, I might put a row of this in between, so above it basically, so that it'll end up looking like that. And then it's going to be slightly lighter than that. You can see this is actually a slightly lighter texture. And then if I can get up here, here where it's going to be, so it'll look like that. And for the area where there isn't 4, it'll just look like this. So I'll first try it without the top bit, and then I'll see if I need it. That top block might end up being covered up by whatever you make the roof out of anyway, so it might not matter too much. So let's do that and see how many of this we can get. We still have to figure out how to get these cows somewhere. Probably what I'll do is I'll leave the farms on this side and I'll do a cascading farm here, I think. And there isn't a lot of space here, but I think what I'll do is here where the trees are on this side, I might put the cow farm here. So let's start. Wait, why is this here? Technically that shouldn't be there. I think I just didn't remove it because I didn't want things being able to walk over there. Yes, that's right. Okay. Do I not have... oh no, I don't. Let's just... I just want to get rid of this fish that I have for some reason. I need the water. It's taking too long to suffocate. And I might run out of wood as well. So you should end up with, what was it, 4 stacks? It's actually, when you build it like this, you actually see how noticeable it is that the top brick lines up with the slab. Alternatively, what we could maybe do is, rather than do these, we can put a smooth stone in the middle. So do that, and then put the bricks on top of it. I'll have to extend the pattern to see what it looks like before I can decide. I don't know, building really isn't my thing, and I don't like to spend too much energy on building on a hardcore world, especially if I suspect my chances of survival are not high. But I figure if we're going to build it, we might as well build it. No point to just make a big cobblestone hut and... Okay, so we're definitely going to need these somewhere. Let's do like an 8 wide here just so I can get a sense of it. I think what will probably end up happening is if I put windows or anything in, it'll be in this layer to break it up a bit. I can leave it open, I'm sleeping anyway. So let's see if it's reasonable. There is a strange thing where when these blocks line up with the bricks, it just immediately looks odd. I'm actually thinking it's going to make me not use either of these. Okay. So the other idea I have is let's just try something. Let's just straight up build 3 high. This is kind of like the boring approach, but I don't know, I'm kind of starting to feel like boring might be the way to go here. This is kind of what I did before. So that hitbox is going to stop me from getting up there. So if we just go 3 high, oops, wasn't running. Now it's obviously 3 high inside, outside it might be more. But that should be fine. Just want to torch this up so that we don't get anything spawning on it, because that will be less than fun. So this is lower because that floor is lower, so this one needs to go up higher. And that needs a torch actually. And that actually will look a little bit better from the outside on this side because it's so high, but I might just lower the ground on the outside to accommodate for that. The advantage of doing it 3 high is definitely going to be it's going to be much easier to put windows in, because then the top and bottom of the window will have the same look and feel. So I actually need to stop cooking these. I just refreshed, because I'm going to need regular stone. So 1, 2 will give me some more regular stone. But we don't necessarily have to smelt the stone to get the regular stone. What we can do is go mining. So where did I get up to? Over there. So gonna have to do that. Make some space. Just keeping this so that I have some. Just want to get rid of as many of these as I can so that I have maximum space when I go down. Oops, we don't need that one. Oh, every time I go down these stairs or come back up these stairs, I say, "Oh, I don't have stairs here." I am not going to move the staircase because it is where it's already built. So I might as well make what do we have? What do we have plenty of? Oh, we don't have plenty of anything. This is exactly what we're trying to do, so we want to get these, and let's just put this coal back in, so we should be able to make stone bricks and stone bricks, and And so we have to do this from the bottom, because if we place them from the top, it becomes annoying. Check if yes, I'm using the right pick. Okay. This looks like the shortest one. Okay, so we're going this way. Is that the window? Yes. Okay. So I'll just explain this mine again, because I realized seeing it for the first time it might be confusing. This is quite an old design. It's from like 2011 or something. Let me just check something. What was this was me just messing around trying to get to the okay. So here's what we're doing. You'll see every row, so in the center there's a 4x4 block. This one explained. So here's a 4x4 block. You can normally come down with a ladder or however you get. You start on the 4x4 block, and then you divide the 4 directions up. So you'll kind of see, if you think of it as like being a V shape, north, south, east, and west. And what you want to do is, on the left hand side, you make a cone going out 45 degrees that way and 45 degrees that way, and you try and hit every block inside that cone. So you weave your way up, breaking all the blocks. Each row is 2 apart, so when you go down this passage you see all of these blocks and all of these blocks, and then when you get to the end of that V shape, you turn around and you come back, and then you go that way, and then you see this row, right? So you're kind of covering a quarter of the entire area, and every time you go further out, you obviously need to go further to fill in the whole V. The nice thing about it is you don't have to count. Like, you don't have to count, oh, this one is 6, is 12, so I'll go 6 this way, and then I turn around, and then I have to remember it's so far. Every time, because it's a 45-degree angle, you go 3 over, so you have to go 3 further this way and 3 further that way, which means 6 every time. So when you start, you turn right, you go over and you do 6, and then you turn. Then you go 3 so that you have the 2 in between, and then you turn, and then you don't have to count. You go past the middle, and you go to your last window. So because this is the second one, the middle is the window, and you go 6, and then you turn, and then you go 3, and then you turn, and then you go until you see my window over there. So you go past the middle, you get to your window. As soon as you see your window, you count 6, you turn left, you count 3, and then you go. You make another window so that the next time you get to it, so then I'll go that way, I'll go over, and I'll come back. When I see the window, I count 6. So you only have to count to 3 or 6, because you counting 3 here, and the window opens up the 3 in that direction. So you're actually going 6 in this direction, and you're planning to go 6 in that direction, and that's what keeps the 45-degree angle. And what's nice about it is every time you go past the middle, what you do is you just you extend this passage by to where the next one is going to be, so that when you're done mining, you get further and further. So in this passage I might mine 50 blocks, right? But it only takes me 3 blocks of running further to get back to my base. So this is just the way that the bigger your mine gets, you don't get further and further away. So I don't have to have a branch mine that goes forwards, and then, if I've done 1,000 blocks in that branch mine, every time I want to go mining, I have to run 1,000 blocks and to get there, and 1,000 blocks to come back. And then this is just mirrored 4 times, and they basically cover everything at this level. So this is Y11. I just prefer to mine at Y11 because when a lava lake spawns, it'll typically be
the same height as you, so nothing will flow, and it's easy to fill in because you can just place blocks underneath you. The only thing you're missing out on at Y13, 14, you'll get more lapis, but I never really run out of lapis, so I do it here. And by doing it at Y11, if I did want to, so this is Y11, if I go up 3 blocks, I'm at Y14, right? So here, so if I leave a block here and I start mining these two, then I'm still within the range where diamonds spawn, so I can actually do 2 layers looking for diamonds without falling through. You could technically do another layer down as well, and you won't hit bedrock, but then you'll encounter lava lakes and stuff as well. So what I typically do is if I need to come mine, I look down the passage which one is the shortest, and so right now it's this one, and then you just run till the end, and now I just need to figure out, am I going left or right? So I can see the window there, right, which means this, I came from there and I made the window, which means I have to go this way. I see the window, go 6, turn left. Now what's happened here is I heard lava and I was looking for it, so I didn't follow the mine pattern on this one. I started looking for lava in the other branch, so here you see the other branch. Here I started hearing lava and I started mining through all this. So this is all wrong. Normally you wouldn't have this happen. So that's why this is like not technically part of what I should be doing. So so there's our passage. So I'm going to actually fill this up when I get to it so that I don't confuse myself. So it should be 1, 2, 3, and then I should turn there, and then there should be a window here and a torch. So I'm going to be coming through that block. So I'm going to leave that there so I can see it. It's going to be a little bit confusing when I get there again, but I'll fix it. And so now for this part I don't have to count, and what I actually do is I'll just put my torch on my offhand. And basically all you do is I'm going to get rid of that because that doesn't need to be there. And obviously what you do is if you see anything on the sides like this, you just mine it all out. And what I tend to do is fill it back up again. Just for it to be consistent. So here's the middle. I've hit this torch, so I know this is the middle. So I'm just preemptively doing the next passage. You could leave this out and just make the whole passage when you're done, when you're coming back. Find the middle and go out, or you could follow the passage back, and the next time you want to mine, you just keep mining through. But I find this is the better way to just have it there so that I know when I get to the middle, because I tend to get my inventory full, and then when I hit the middle I just run back on the path, so that the next time I want to carry on I just go right to the end and I know that's the furthest I've been. So there's actually a cave somewhere. So this is my window. So now I count 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I put a torch. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be where I turn. But then I just do the 2 blocks for the window. And then I carry on. So now I'm going to hit the torch when I get to the middle, which should be soon. I tend to just fill everything up because when I do, let's put this over there. When I do the next layer up, you don't want to be mining and then fall in a hole. It won't be a deep hole, it'll just get you 3 blocks down to your next layer, but having to run back up is annoying. So we're going to hit this funny spot where it just opens up completely. Like this, and what I'm going to do here is just fix it. There was diamonds in here, that's why there's a hole. This was a diamond vein. I ended up looking for the lava and I hit diamond. I had 2 veins of diamonds just hitting straight, which kind of makes the mine seem pointless, because if you hit more diamonds just going in a straight line, you would prefer to do that, but it doesn't always work. So now we need 6. Let's just make sure we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And now I'm also going to fill this in because this is going to be part of the regular mine. And I don't think this goes. Yeah, this is how we came in. So this is the branch for this side. We heard lava here and we were looking for it, so we broke through here. So that would be that mine. So you'll see that these blocks would have been seen from the other branch, and these 2 blocks would be seen from this branch. So you see there's 2 blocks in between here in the corner that we don't see, where they line up, and that happens on the ends. And the further out you go, the longer the passages are, the fewer blocks there are that you don't see. So that the mine actually becomes... Oh no, sorry, I counted wrong now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we would see these 2, and then we'd see the other ones. There's, I think, these blocks we wouldn't see. This one, because they're in the corner. So this wall we see from the other branch, and these ones we see from this branch. But these 2 in the middle are hidden. And every row there's 2 blocks on either side. So the longer the rows get, the smaller the proportion of blocks that you don't see. And that's one of the nice things about this design, is that it becomes more efficient the further away you get. So this is 3, which means this is our next window. And this is wall. So this is all lit up, so I'm not too worried about filling it in, even if we end up leaving a hole. What I'm going to do is just put that there, because that's going to be passage. And then we can go. So I'm not going to do too much mining, because I'm not looking for diamonds or anything. I actually have enough diamonds for all the tools I need. Just need to clear that out so I can put the torch there for the next row. And then there's a cave somewhere here, but I think it's above me, so I don't think I'll hit it. Just have to be a little bit careful when you mine up. But you should be anyway, like you should be careful for gravel falling on you and stuff like that anyway. So for this whole length of the passage, I don't have to count anything, so I'm just digging in peace. And here I start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, and the window. Since I'm mining for stone, I'm actually picking those blocks up. You can safely leave them normally if you don't want to bother with them. And I tend to like mine everything out. So right now I definitely need iron, but I probably don't need coal. But I'm just grabbing everything so that I know if the shaft's been here, I've gotten everything, at least everything that was visible. And it's obviously possible that there's stuff above or so on that I haven't seen, and so I'd have to get that. Like if there's one I can't see there now, if that was iron, even if I didn't get it, then when the shaft comes back I'm gonna mine through here, so I'll get it then. So I mean I could technically just leave that open now. I'll show you when I get there. So there's definitely mobs there. You can see there we go, we've hit a ravine. So I don't know if this is ground level, so they might... We might encounter... Well, we're going to encounter them eventually. But... Obviously not going to light up the whole ravine. Well, actually we might eventually light up the whole ravine. Depending how big it is. You can hear some lava. So this is not the window, this is the old bit, and I'm actually, since it doesn't go anywhere, we were looking for the lava. I'm just gonna fill it up. So here we did end up finding that lava. We got into this ravine. So we'll obviously end up in the ravine again. But I think I'm going to pretend that's not there. We'll get to it eventually when we get there from mining. Technically we shouldn't have been mining there. So we just undo it. There's the window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so oftentimes you will see this, because if there's a vein that spawns, it usually isn't just one block, it's sometimes 2 or 3, and so then it'll either include this block or that block and you'll get it anyway. So that's why I like it. Some people like their design, like what Button and them use, where you just put the passages 3 apart, and then you alternate them on each row, and then you go from like bedrock or whatever up to 16, and you just cover everything, and you just go forward. And that does guarantee, if there's diamonds in a chunk, if there's a vein, well, there should be a vein in every chunk, and that guarantees that you'll find it, but only if you dig all those passages in. And the further you go, the more you have to like go in and then come out and then do the next one, right? So you're running a lot more than with the normal branch mining method. But the normal branch mining method leaves a lot more. So what I like is all the blocks I'm mining, even the stone, I'm picking up, right? The normal branch mining method, where you poke holes in, most of those blocks you leave behind. So I find that I mine a lot at the beginning when I need some diamonds and some building materials. But after that, I don't really mine too much. And so when I am branch mining, I usually want to keep all those blocks, especially like the granite and the andesite and stuff, in case I want to build with it. And so this mine works quite well for that, I feel. So that's why I thought I'd try it, and I've actually liked it. I think I'll keep using it. I'm just going to go back to the middle now. I'm pretty sure I have enough blocks. And we're starting to get close to the ravine, I think, because I'm hearing all the spoopy noises. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we'll deal with that when we come back. So we don't have the stone cutters, so let's do this. Oh, we'll have to... Just do it like that. Tired of jumping up here. I've been jumping up here every time I come back from the mine. The irony is, once you put stairs in, it's usually close to the point where you're not mining much anymore. Or when you relocate your base. Always happens to me. I make my mine nice and then I stop mining, or I die and start a new world. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Sorry, I'm not seeing any chat, so I'm assuming either my unified chat isn't working for Mixer, but I haven't checked it earlier because I know sometimes people watch on Xbox and typing in chat is a mission on Xbox, so if that's the case, don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it looks like there's no chat messages, so I'll just carry on. If you do want me to answer a question, like if you want to know what's going on or what my plans are, just feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll just narrate. I'm actually gonna have enough stairs? I don't think I had enough. I think I'm so used to how many stairs you get when you craft them, because it halves them. You use like, I think you get, what is it? That gives you use 6 blocks and gives you 4 use. Yeah, something like that. So you always run out. I think I also usually make 3 wide or 4 wide staircases. So I probably use twice as much normally. But since I knew that the bottom of the mine was going to be a 4x4 block, making a 4 wide staircase kind of messes with it, because then you can't put the passage into the wall, because then it has to go through the stairs. So I decided not to do that. And now we're going to have to start using the shovel. Okay. So what did, okay, let's, oops, I thought it was daytime. So let's put away the stuff that we mine now. We don't need that right now, and then we should have enough blocks to make plenty of bricks. We'll finish this layer up and then we'll see what we can do about the roof. Do we still have time? We still have a little bit of time. Okay, so the ores will be okay. Oh, did I not? Oh, I don't have a spot for the ores. Okay, let's do this. Oops. Okay, I'll sort that out later. So the blocks that we got was diorite, granite, andesite is so close to stone I usually struggle to see it. Got a bit of cobble because we were mining areas that was previously filled in with cobble. Okay, and then coal. Leave that there. Oh, and we even got some dirt because of the Okay. So let's do, I don't know, 2 stacks. Might as well use everything we have. Okay, so 3. So I'm looking at the inside, we want it to be 3. And so it needs to go up a block here. We don't need Silk Touch anymore, so I'm going to switch to the Iron Pickaxe. And this one needs to be 1 higher, so up to there. Okay, so they actually we didn't need much at all. Okay, so let's see if I think there's dark oak logs. So let's fill in what we need. I think we're gonna need another one up from there. And so now let me just think about this. So you have to look at this side, not that side. So yeah, this is 1 higher, so this is right. And then here we're gonna need another one there. Probably better to figure out the design and then apply it everywhere in one go, rather than do what I'm doing now, where I'm changing a whole bunch. I'm doing like 1 layer and then doing 1 layer. I'm actually going to do the same as on that side here, so this actually needs to come out so that we can do the same. And that means this is going to be this spot where the transition happens, and then we will have to figure out what's going to happen. So most edges where there's a level change is on a corner, so it's not too much of an issue, but these 2 spots have a straight wall with 2 different heights, and that's really the tricky part, because when you put a roof in, if we angle it like that so that it's, you know, tall in the middle and goes down, when it gets to this spot and we start the roof here, there's going to be like a funny edge here, which we don't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, for these 2 sides, I'm going to make the roof to fit this side, and I'm just going to extend it over. So what that means is that it'll be basically, this part of the house will be taller on the inside. There's probably a way to like get around that by making the roof, you know, 2 or 3 blocks higher, and then putting an edge on it here with a window and whatever. I'm not that kind of builder. Like, I mean, when I say that, I mean like that would probably be the right thing to do. I don't know how to do that, and that's gonna take me a while to figure out. So since this is hardcore and I'm just trying to get the advancements, I'm gonna put that off until we get kind of closer to the end, because I don't want to spend forever figuring it out and then lose the world. So so now that we've got this bricks, I think I'm gonna do, I've got a fairly dark wood on the inside, and I've got dark oak here, so I'm just going to do, I don't want to do birch. Birch is probably a bit too light. Birch might look good with the sand, but I think I'm just going to go for oak like I did here. So it's kind of in between, you know, kind of like the lightness of sand and the darker ones, and stone really. That's really what I'm trying to play it off. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have dark oak planks and doors and everything, and then I'm going to have oak ceilings and any kind of pathways outside or anything like that. But now the real trick is, how much oak do we have? Not a lot. We have these oak stairs, which I was going to use for the walls for a bit, so what we can do is, right now this is the easiest way to get on the roof. So I think we can figure, this is the highest part, we'll figure this out, and then for the roof, and then once we've done that we can just figure out how to copy it to this lower square, and when I say this square I mean this side and this side, and then once we've done that, that wall, we'll continue that wall out, and then we'll, whatever we do there we'll end up doing here just to mirror it. If this is going to be how high, so what I will actually want to do, let me just get a sense of what I'm trying to do on the inside. So I like the stone bricks, and I like to have the ceiling, so I'm not going to fill up the ceiling, so it's not going to be like, oh, you can go up in stairs and whatever. So I won't have a roof, I'll have an actual ceiling. So let me grab some oak wood, and then I'll do a corner to like kind of do what I think is going to work. I've got plenty of spruce slabs, but I don't think. Let me put that back. Actually, spruce, let me just see what spruce looks like. Spruce might work. No, not the dark oak is kind of like it has a reddish tint to it, which you see the spruce slabs. Actually, the way to do it is, and I've noticed this before, the dark oak logs look like spruce slabs, and the spruce logs look like dark oak planks. So, slabs or planks. So you see how these colors don't really match up, because this is a redder color than that, but then these two do. These are two different kinds of wood. These two are the same kind of wood. And if you take, so this is that log, but if you take spruce, if you look at this block here, spruce is like a redder color than this, the logs. So it's almost like they mixed the two up. I'm almost tempted to, yeah, I'm tempted to rip this up and make everything be spruce. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play to that advantage that these two. So this is a bit lighter, but I think that'll work fine, especially considering the outside roof is going to be oak, which is much lighter. So let me grab all the spruce slabs that I have, and we can grab some more in case we need to make more. We have plenty of spruce logs, so we'll have enough. The other thing that we need, I didn't take. So I'll just take it before I sleep, and then I'm going to sleep. So I'll take that as well. And that'll be enough to just do the corner to get an idea for what's going on. So let's go in the complete corner. So I should have the oak stairs as well. Yes, okay. So because the largest part of the roof is going to be going that way, so that section of the roof is going to go like that. It means it's going to be coming down like that and like that along this direction, which means somewhere here there's going to be a point. We're going to have to bring the point over like that and then back this way. So that means the roof on the outside is going to have to go this way, right? So when I say this way, I mean like that and So just so you see what I mean, it's going to go like that. And then it's going to go up to this side, and there's going to have to be a section here where there's corners connecting up that way, and we'll figure out exactly how it looks. But now it needs to be pushed out one, because I actually want this block on the inside to still be something that I've designed. So I'm going to start with that, so it'll basically be one out in that direction, but I'll first do the design that I want. So let me just see if I've got this right. So that actually means we need one more layer, because this is 3. Oh, hi Nitro, how's it going? Yeah, I'm working on the house a little bit now. I went exploring a little bit. I did some enchanting, so almost not all my gear, but most of my gear is enchanted. I'm still looking for fortune. Then I went exploring and I found some stuff. I found 2 villagers. One is kind of accessible by boat, so I'm gonna bring a villager back. And before I bring a villager back, I want to finish the house so it's safe. So that's, we're just putting a roof on, trying to figure out what it's going to look like. And then just off behind this, well, it's not just behind this ice. Behind this ice, there's part of a continent and some islands with a river that goes into a desert, and then there's a village. So we know where it is. So I've got the coordinates, and we're going to get that mending villager. Yeah, we're pretty much ready for the nether now. What I'm going to do is just, for consistency, I'm going to get mending. Because once I have mending, I'm fully enchanted. I have as good gear as I'm ever going to have. Except for the elytra, of course. So, yeah, we'll probably go into the nether. The next stream we'll probably do the villager stuff. And the stream after that we'll probably go into the nether. We might pop into the nether on the next stream just to see what the nether looks like. But we probably won't like do a long expedition to try and get nether fortress or anything like that. Unless we happen to go in and there's a nether fortress right where we spawn in. But yeah, progress has been good. So now I don't really have an easy way to get up there again. But I want to do this basically with the ceiling, and I want to have this corner as well. Ooh, I'm going to need the stone cutter to make more stairs. Let me not go crazy because we're not. Yeah, the mob farm's working. It's a little bit slower than the other one was. I'm not really sure why. The only thing that I changed is I changed the height. So in my previous one, the drop was 3 blocks higher. But so many of the mobs dropped and died, so I couldn't get looting from them. So I thought with this one, I'll make it the normal 20 drop instead of a 23 drop. And for some reason, they're not spawning nearly as many as they did in my old one. The other thing that I changed is I built the spawning platforms out of slabs to save some materials. And it's not supposed to affect it. It's top slabs, so obviously if it was bottom slabs, they wouldn't spawn. But as far as I know, the top slabs should have the same pack spawning mechanics and everything as full blocks. So my only conclusion is that maybe what's happening is because it's not full blocks, maybe their pathing is different. But normally I would go into spectator and see what's going on or whatever, but obviously I can't do that on this world. I haven't spent much time there, so it's a little bit hard to tell. It's not like it was before in my previous world. I could spend 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes there, and I would have like 2 stacks of gunpowder. So that before it was really good. This guy is a super good athlete. He can hold a torch and a stake while climbing a ladder and eat at the same time. If I was that good, I would be running a country. So yeah, in this one it's not giving me that much. Witch farms, yeah, I've never done one because it's so tricky. You have to get the bounding box. Like ideally you need to get, oh, I don't have chests here, so I actually don't know how much I get because I have to pick it all up. So I've been merging inventories. Once I get a little bit more iron, I'll put hoppers and stuff in here. But you can see normally if I was standing here, there would be something there by now. And you probably can't see because it's behind my camera. If you look at the entity count, it says 16, which isn't a lot. But there are entities there, they're just not dropping down. So I think the problem isn't that they're not spawning. I think something's different here that's causing them not to path to the trapdoors as quickly. They obviously do eventually. But what you can always do, so usually what I do is I start it like this because, you know, I want zombies and creepers and skeletons and everything. But later on, when you need the gunpowder for rocket travel, what you can do is you just go up and you put trapdoors on all the spawning platforms. Ideally, if they're full blocks, then you can just put trapdoors in. Now mine are slabs. I'll first have to make them full blocks. But if you make them full blocks and you put trapdoors in like this, then skeletons and zombies don't spawn, I believe, because their hitboxes don't fit. So then you'll get a lot more creepers, and then it'll go much better. And obviously, what you can do is this is spawn chunks. It's kind of close to my base, but obviously it being this high up, it won't run the whole time. If you're building this later, you could build it lower. You can build, because that's my base, right? I'm always there. So I went far enough away that this doesn't load that. But if you didn't care about that, you could build it close enough that things will spawn. You can build it right next to your base. Things will spawn while you're in your base. You just make the drop long enough for them to die. Set it up so only creepers spawn, and you'll basically have a passive. I mean, gunpowder drops without player kills, right? So you'll have more gunpowder than you'll ever know what to do with if you set it up that way. Most people just generally they set it up like this when they start because you know, you need the XP. So I actually use this for XP at the start. And what I do is I just keep all the gunpowder that I'm getting now. So I'm throwing all this gunpowder in a chest. By the time I get Elytra, I have, you know, quite a few stacks of gunpowder, and I actually have, you know, I can easily make 3 or 4 stacks of duration 3 rockets. So this is much slower than it's been in the past for me. I'm not sure why. I'm curious to figure it out. I'll probably have to go into a creative world and make 2 versions of this with exactly what I did here and exactly what I did before. Go into spectator mode and see what causes them to have different entity counts. Now it's going to be a little bit difficult. I have to put them far enough away from each other so that their entity caps don't affect each other, so that I can compare them independently. I've noticed spiders die at this height, so you see every spider that drops dies, which is unfortunate. It means you can't get looting on them. But this is at the moment my only real source of string, and it gave me enough to make 2 or 3 fishing rods, which got me my mending fishing rod. So that's really all you need for string. After that, if you need wool. So the main thing is I'm not spending too much time here because I have the AFK fish farm, so that gives me some levels. So I just do that in between streams. And I don't have looting on my sword yet, so this really starts to work much better when you have looting, because then you don't get like 1 or 2 gunpowder, you get like 3 or 4 from each creeper. So That's quite useful. Let me see, I've got a bed here. And then what you can do is, what a lot of people do is, I think the spawn rates are slightly higher when you're here because it's 4 further away. So what you can do is you put your crafting table, your anvil, your enchanting setup all in here. The chests will collect down here. You can even put a sorting system in if you want. And then you put AFK fish farm like right here. So then you come here, you just right click fish for a while. You can open F3 so you can see the entity cap, right? And you can wait for it. And then once you have a couple, you come up, you kill everything. So right now fewer things are spawning, so they're going to run out. And now once they've run out, you go back down, and then you fish another 2 or 3 things. And then what I normally do is I just do 2 reels or 3 reels. Usually 2 reels, depending on, sometimes it goes really quick, and then you can do 3, otherwise you do 2. And then once you've done the 2 or 3 reels, you go back up, and it just becomes like a pattern. You don't even think about it, you just do it. The advantage to doing this here is I built this over the water. So if I made a mistake and fell, which fortunately I didn't, in my previous world I did fall, and I built that over the desert, so that was pretty dangerous. But if you fall, nothing bad happens, you just hit the water. And I don't have to worry about bubble columns up and down. I can put a ladder to climb up, and then I just jump down. And it's just far enough away that nothing spawns here really, so anything that does spawn here will despawn right away, because it's over 128 blocks. So you can see I haven't spent much time there. I've just finished it in the previous stream at the end of it, so, and I haven't been there this stream. So I got about, I think maybe 8 or 10 levels from it, and in that time I got a stack and a half of gunpowder. So it's not amazing amount, but you know, it's something. I can put that there. Oh, I got another bow. Power 1 bow is pretty rubbish though. Put that there. So let's see how much time we have. Oh, we have 5 minutes. We might not finish this. That's fine. So let me just show you what I'm trying to do here. So I'll have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do around this corner. Basically what I want is this kind of lip, but it's quite high. It's on the 4th block, so it still gives at least 3. And then I take this, and now I'm gonna have an issue trying to get up there. Let me just do it like this. And so inside the roof we'll have too close. So this is a bottom slab, so nothing's gonna spawn on it, so I don't have to worry about lighting up this roof area, because now obviously we're gonna have an actual roof that goes up. There's gonna be a hollow space in between. We don't want mobs spawning in there, so the bottom slab will stop that, and at the same time it'll give it kind of like a ceiling feeling. While not being like, if you, I find that if you make it out of stone, it becomes very samey. So there's already a lot of stone here. This is kind of just like the wall. It just comes in a little bit and it accentuates that there's a ceiling. And I'm trying to see how this is going to look, but now looking at it again, this does match the logs better, but it's really too close to the ground color. So I think I think I'm actually going to switch to oak, just to be consistent with the roof, and then to have the roof. Yeah, so we can actually do like, we could technically start it like here or even there, but just to have it have, I think, a bit of a nicer look from the outside, I'm gonna let it overhang. Now this might be a little bit low, so I'll actually no, because it's so high, I think that's fine. I mean, it would be fine if I placed it correctly. Do I still have this high spot that I can get on? Oh no, not anymore. Yeah, good luck, man. Sorry, yard work's one of those annoying things, but I guess you gotta do it, so... Thanks for popping in, appreciate it, and I'll see you around next time. Good luck with the yard work. Yeah, farms that run the whole time are great, especially in survival. There's only so many things that you can really get renewable. So I like trying to set that stuff up kind of when I can, because it's just one less thing to worry about. In hardcore, it's a little bit of a different challenge, because it's not just about, oh, do I know how to make it? You also have to take into account, like, you know, how much am I going to use it? Is it worth making it? You know, all that kind of stuff. So normally I would do this, so that the inside would have this kind of spacious, like slanted, indented look on the inside as well. But since we're not going to have really anything here, there's no point wasting the material on it, especially considering oak is the wood that we have the least of. So that's really the thing that we don't have to show. Oop. Okay. So from the outside it'll look like just like a regular roof, and what I'll probably do is I'll go for the darker stairs just on the outermost layer there. I'll have to figure out what's going to happen here, because if we go up like this, we're going to reach the top, but because this is so much wider, it's going to actually be much taller than this. So it might be fine. I'll have to see. I'll fill this one in and then see what we end up with. This will have things spawn on it though. So just to stop that, we're also going to put slabs here. Oops. Oh, we should actually be doing this. Actually, even this one will need it. Just put that here for now, because that's technically a spawnable spot. And we'll need more of these stairs, but until we have them, we fill that in. Run out soon. And just before we walk away, I haven't lit all this up, so
Just have to go back and do that to make sure everything is spawn proof. That one should be fine because we've got a torch right there. This we all removed. Okay, so it's, at least it's lit up again. And I think there's a dark spot somewhere here because something spawned here before. Can't remember where. But it was here somewhere. At least now the walls are high enough they can't get in, so... I used to be able to jump up here, but I don't think I can anymore. Oh, and here stuff also spawned. And we'll get a proper lighting solution at some point. Glowstone or something like that. But I think that'll be fine for now. I'll just remove that. So now it looks much darker here, but we'll obviously have to light this up properly with torches on the wall. And I'm just going to put a torch there for now. Yeah, so I think when this isn't the same, such a similar color, this is a lighter color oak, I think it's going to look a little bit better. But then the real trick is going to be, so we'll have our enchanting setup here. I don't know if I'm going to move this one up to the mob farm. I'll probably just make another one over there. We'll put storage over here. And I think we'll probably end up with more than just this. So I'm going to reserve the side there for more. And I think what I'm going to do is I don't need too many. I probably won't need more than six or so villagers, because if you get the right 2 or 3, you actually set. If you have a mending villager with the right trades, a cartographer, and a cleric, you're pretty much set. You can add 2 or 3 other ones for anything else that you might want supplies of. So it takes about, you know, you can put a villager here. You leave a wall in between, you put one there, there, and there. So, actually if we put it there, and there, and there, and there, we can put a villager. That's actually annoying that it's uneven. I might just do... So that's 6. That's kind of as many as I want to have in. So I'll figure something out. I'll find a way to do it, even if I have to just... I can't really inset there because the farm is there. But maybe I can do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, I might just do that. I might... inset this wall a little bit, like just build little sections for them to stay in, and then put them in there, like poke holes out to the outside, because they need like 3 or 4 high, because when you take them out of minecarts they bounce up a little bit, and if they don't have enough space, their head goes in the block and they suffocate or whatever. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah, we'll have space for it. I mean, we don't really have much else that we need to put down. We've got, we can put our bed and everything over here. We have all our storage here. Other than that, we don't really need much. We'll put all our micro farms, like we'll move the cows outside, and I'll probably even look at some point turning this into a flushing farm, where I just put a couple of different things. I'll put like 3 or 4 layers there with trapdoors, and then I'll just have it flush down to here and collect.
and with a water stream or something, and then I'll just have a collection chest in here, and then we can use this space for like storing maybe some of our crops and things. And we can leave this area open for whatever we want to do, decoration and so on. So I think that's going to be the plan. We might get to that in the next stream, but I'm not promising anything because, you know, we might do some nether, we might bring the villagers in. We'll see what we feel like. If I get an idea in between now and tomorrow, you know, I might change my mind. I might also just do some AFK fishing to get some more levels and see if I can cycle some more enchants to try and get the looting. We really want to get the looting before we go to the nether because I want to get the obviously we want it for wither skulls, but I probably won't straight away try to get wither skulls. I'm trying to get blazes and blaze rods for enchanting. So you know, I want to, especially at the beginning when I go in without fire resist potions, I like to get like, you know, 8 or so blaze rods quickly, and then we just make all the fire resist potions and slow falling potions that we need for fighting the ender dragon. So once we go to the nether and get blaze rods, we can do potions. Once we get a villager with mending and a cleric to get ender pearls, we can go find the stronghold, and then I'll fight the ender dragon, and after I fight that ender dragon, I'll go get an elytra, and after I get the elytra, I'll probably fight the wither and make a beacon, and I'll probably end up making about 4 beacons because for that final advancement, there's a couple of effects that you can get from beacons, and most people just drink potions. It's easier to make potions. But if you try 8 times, like a lot of people do, then you keep having to go back and make more potions. So I'll probably just end up getting the beacons. There'll be a trick to obviously having 4 full beacons. I'll probably have to do villager trading to do that, but I'll get around to that at some point as well. I had that all set up. I had my first full beacon in my previous world made out of emeralds, so I didn't have to mine for like 4 or 5 streams to get all the iron for that. So that's it. That'll be the end of this stream. I'll stream again tomorrow, same time as I did today, which is about 3 hours ago, 10 a.m. my time, 8 p.m. UTC. In the different time zones, you can see what that is. The panel at the bottom of the Twitch thing will say it. If you don't have it, you can also go to my site. There should be a link. I don't know if Mixer has it, but my website's existential.live, and it'll have the schedule there, and it'll give it to you in your time zone so that you know when I'm streaming next. Every weeknight I stream, and sometimes in the afternoons on weekends as well. I'm trying to stream every day, so you can catch me. And if you want to know when I start, because I sometimes start half an hour before that schedule, you can follow my Twitter, which should also be there somewhere, or also on my site, and then I usually tweet out when I start the stream, so that if you want to know exactly when I go live, you can do that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you guys again tomorrow.